Okay, another day, another black t-shirt. I think that's gonna be my little, whatever you call it. So today I wanted to talk about the importance of tearing down your idols. Now, growing up as like a young man, I would always want to be like the people I admired. And I'm from Queens, New York. So it would be like 50, Lloyd Banks, G-Unit. And then as I got older, I would come more familiar with so many different historical figures. It would be Alexander the Great. It would be Napoleon. It would be an artist, an architect, Basquiat. I would consistently keep coming across these incredible, amazing figures in history who had such a profound impact on whatever industry they were in. And to me, whenever I would study somebody, I would really dive deep into like their mindset, how did they get here? And a lot of times I always like to work backwards. I was never necessarily focused on the end result, because the end result to me was always a direct result of the things that occurred in the beginning or their formative years. So I always used to spend so much time really studying that because success leaves clues. But, without realizing it, I was essentially becoming a bit of an idol worshiper, where I would come across this unique and amazing person and I would be so wrapped up in their greatness. I'm trying to figure out, how can I be that? And the purpose of this video is to acknowledge that when you come across an individual that inspires you or you want to be like, what's really happening is you are actually seeing a version of you or aspects of you that is already within externally. So you're looking at something that's actually super familiar and you're like, I like that. I want to be just like that. And the craziest thing is you already are like that. You just haven't done the work to bring it out. And it's such a revolutionary and important mind shift. You really, really have to understand that these people who are where you want to be are no different from you. And a lot of times, it's not even like they evolved into this higher being. It's just that they excelled in a single area and they focused all of their time, all of their attention, and all of their energy on this singular thing. That doesn't make them a better man than you. That doesn't make them a better woman than you. That doesn't even make them completely extraordinary. It just means they're really good at what you know them for. And you can be that too. You can be just like that. The only thing you have to do is simply mimic what they did, which was simply to be consistent and to show up and to focus on a singular thing. And for me, I'm the type of person that my attention tends to gravitate towards a lot of different things. Just because I'm just that's just how I am. Like, and as we speak, I'm trying to essentially relaunch this YouTube channel for the No Applause Needed vlog. I'm also trying to get people to pay attention to my music. I just started and essentially completed the process to apply for ASU to go into college for architecture. And forgive all the wiping, I'm just sweating hard as fuck. And to someone else, that sounds like I'm doing a lot, but for me, it's all just integrated into a single thing because I find so many commonalities and things that seem unrelated, but that's just me. So for me, all of the things that I'm focusing on, to me, is just a part of the one ultimate goal that I have in mind, which is to ultimately provide this all-encompassing experience that can come and be provided to you in multiple forms, whether it's music, furniture, the design of your home, your clothing. And ultimately, that's the singular point that I'm trying to get to. But enough about me. It's more so about the topic of tearing down your idols. Whoever you look up to, he is not that impressive. He is not that great. You're that great. You're that impressive. And in a lot of instances, people really regret meeting the people they admire, because what's happening is you're creating this persona of this human being who can do no wrong. You're creating this persona or this perspective of this person who is constantly doing something right. And it's not like that at all. All human beings are full of flaws. And to be honest, I feel like the higher you go, especially in this day and age, because people, they no longer stand on their belief systems and they don't live out the morals that they say they do. So for me, we're looking at people that we shouldn't even really acknowledge. We shouldn't even admire. Some people are essentially just worshiping the devil. Other people are selling, they're selling an idea of something they would never actually do or be. Everybody's really just trying to sell you a product, and you're looking at them and this product as if this is perfect, like they can do no wrong. They're smarter than you, they're better, you think these people are above you, and so many times they're not. Some of these people are genuine pieces of shit. Genuine pieces of shit. And you're better than them. Morally. You're probably more intelligent than them. Probably have more social skills than them. But the problem is you haven't focused all of your energy, all of your time into a singular point for you to then take and show the world. Show the world that you're providing value. Because in reality, that is the necessary trade-off to be successful. It's essentially providing value to the world. And the more value you provide, the more successful you would be. And you also have to obviously take the time to know how to turn that value into a business that is sustainable. But that's like more in depth. Like, don't be like Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was somebody who essentially created so many various things that, like, some of it is a little unbelievable, but for example, our experience with like light and our experience with using like an air conditioner, that was not Thomas Edison. That was actually Nikola Tesla, who was Thomas Edison's assistant at a certain point in time. And he actually created, if I'm not mistaken, the initial stages of what would later become Wi-Fi. And if you were to Google Nikola Tesla and you look at his life story and see how he ended up, you know, he had a lot of value to offer to the world, but he didn't have the business mindset to turn this value into something that could sustain himself, exist in corporate America, and do all of that while still improving the world. That's kind of the key, because the businesses need to protect yourself, because if you come up with something amazing, somebody is going to take it from you and make money off of it. So, but that's a bit of a tangent. But focusing on the main point, whoever it is that you admire and whoever it is that you want to be like, what you're actually saying or what you're actually attempting to do is to become the version of yourself that you wish you were. And you would not want to actually be that version if the desire was not already in you, or better yet, the actual traits were not already in you. Anybody who wants to be brave is already in them. Anybody that wants to, like, literally anything that you think of that you're saying, like, I want to do that, I want to beat that, you have everything necessary for you to do that. Because the desires of the heart and the desires of the spirit are not accidents. They're callings. Back in the day, they used to call them vocations, which was a word more so used for like a spiritual calling. And in reality, whatever it is that you feel called to do, or you feel drawn to do, or you just at the most basic, simplest level like to do, that people wouldn't even really have to pay you to do it, that's what you should be focusing on. That should be your singular point of focus for you to truly enjoy the spoils of being yourself. Because there's nothing better than being yourself. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to go into your idol room, which is the room that you have all the memory or the visualization of all the people you admire. And one by one, take them down. Because no one should ever be above you except God. And if you don't believe in God, honestly, even better, my nigga. No one should be above you. Don't put no one above you. No one is better than you. They're just in a place you wish you were. And as soon as you change that frame and you start really seeing how these people are behaving in situations under pressure, you'd be like, wow, I thought this person was like this. Or wow, I thought this person was like that. I thought he was tougher than that. I thought he was braver than that. This guy looks strong as fuck. Like, he can't even lift that up. Most people operate under a created facade that they believe would allow them to go through life unbothered and, I would say, easily. So that way they can fit into whatever location that they're in. And the more successful they become, the more that facade is going to change. But all you have to do is just be yourself. Listen to your heart and listen to your spirit and become that better version of you that you yearn to be, that you already wanted to be before even coming across somebody else doing it. It's already in you. It's here. It's here and it's here. You don't need to look up to anybody else. And here's another very important thing. There's this weird concept, and I used to believe it as well, that if we ran into the person we admire, or we ran into somebody who was like a big deal or whatever the case may be, that person would hook us up or help change our lives. And this is very, very important to remember, no one is going to actually do anything for you unless there is an exchange of value, meaning there is something in it for them as well. What that also means is that you had the necessary value needed to make an impact. That person was able to see that value, understand that there is a benefit for them to fuck with you, and in the process of putting you on, putting you out there, helping you get to where you want to be faster than you would have on your own, they get a piece of that. Now, how large is that piece is almost entirely determined by your ability to once again manage business. No one is coming to save you, bro. No one is coming to save you, sis. They're not. And if they help you, there's something in it for them. It's not like people aren't going to do things out of the goodness of their heart. It's more so that operating from simply out of the goodness of your heart is just simply not the best way to utilize your financial resources. It's just not. Because everybody who makes a lot of money that want to essentially help out, you don't see them necessarily building things that hand out free food. They build businesses where people have to pay for goods. In reality, they don't care about you. They care about the idea of a person like you out there supporting them. And they want to constantly give you something to nourish your soul, aka spend your money, aka take your attention. So these people, they want your time, they want your money, and they want your attention. Because having those things creates the perception that they're valuable. So I'm going to end the video with essentially saying that whatever you think is valuable is determined by you. Tear down your idols. Whoever is up here, you need to bring them all the way the fuck down. Sending you so much love. And once again, I just want to let you know that there's nothing in your way. There's nothing stopping you. And obstacles are optical illusions. Love you.